In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to reduce the spawn rate of your dinos overall, and I'm also going to show you how to remove certain dinosaurs completely from the map, and I will finish by showing you, instead of just removing them, replacing them with something else. Why? Well, for some people, it just suits their gameplay better. For others, in this case, I am on a procedurally generated map, and if you're playing on one of those, you might not want quite so many T-Rexes or things overall, because the game kind of messes up the spawns a lot on this thing, on these maps. So, and of course, if you're playing alone, maybe you don't want gigas, that sort of thing. So now I'm going to go off and we'll have a look at how to just overall reduce the number of dinosaurs. It won't remove any yet. We'll come back to that later. So here we go. All right. Well, we're back out of the game, and I'm looking now at Windows Explorer. Now, if you look at this, I am in Steam. And then it's Steam Apps, Common, ARK, which one is it? ShooterGame, Saved, Config, WindowsNoEditor. Right. I will copy and paste that. I'll put that path down in description so you're going to be able to find it. Now to get the, I need to open this for my own benefit. Right. So back again. Here we go. Right. So to just reduce the number of spawns, I'll go into a file called GameUserSettings.ini, which you can open in Notepad without a problem. And I will scroll down to the server settings. Here it is. And I need to add one line there. So it's this line. It's DinoCountMultiplier, and I will put that in the description below. So here we are, and I will add that to the game, to the Game.ini file, and you can see I've set it to 0.4. So 40, the total number of dinosaurs would be 40% of what it would otherwise be. So same map, same place, and you can see a lot less dinosaurs. This is 40%, 0.4. But maybe you want something a little bit different to that. That's up to you. Maybe you want to completely remove T-Rex from the map, and instead you want to replace them with dodos. Or maybe you just want to remove mammoths and replace them with, well, nothing. You just want to remove them from the game. So I'll now show you how to do both of those things. Right, so what we need to do is be in the same place as is just now for the GameUserSettings.ini, which I've reset to default, by the way, and I've opened Game.ini this time. I scroll down to almost the bottom. If you haven't generated any procedurally generated maps, this bit below it is going to be empty. So this will be the bottom of your ini file. If you have, as I have, obviously, created procedurally generated maps and you have all this junk at the bottom, the best place I think to insert these lines is going to be after, well, in my file it's crafting skill bonus multiplier, but certainly before the procedurally generated stuff. And this is what you're going to need to enter. Now, let's see. I said remove Tyrannosaurus Rex. So let's go down. It's called Rex in this thing. So R for Rex. There it is, Rex. Now we have a thing there. By the way, it's called the Entity ID, and there's a link to this page in the description below. Sorry, I'm jumping around all over the place, but it gets the job done right. So go back down. There it is. So Rex character BPC. Is that, so I'm going to put that in there like that. There. And there we go. I'll separate these two as well. Ignore that one for now. So you can see what's happened. NPCReplacements equals and so on. And what you're going to see is the identification thing for Rex character BPC. And after it, ToClassName, but there's nothing there. It's just 2 quotation marks with nothing, not even a space in between. That will replace it. In other words, the Rex is being replaced with nothing. On the other hand, if I want to replace the mammoth with something, and here's the mammoth. So it's mammoth character BPC. BPC. I keep saying BBC. So I'll put that in there. Again, get it on the right one. Like, there we go. Mammoth character BPC. And what I'm actually going to replace them with RGs. I've tried different things and they don't work. So let's try the RGs because I know they do spawn in the snow biome, and I'm hoping that's why I had a problem. So there we go. It's that one. I'll get character BPC. I'll put that. This time I'll put that one in there. And check, be careful, there's no spaces, no anything like that there. So here we go, we've got that. So the mammoths should be replaced with RGs, and the Rex should not be on the map. So I'm now going to just tidy it up, make it look as it should look, like that. Save it, close it, and go into the game, show you what happens. So here we are, we're back in the game at the same place, I think. And you can see there are no T-Rexes and lots of these RGs. They've all spawned in just here, look. So that worked perfectly. Now, however, perhaps instead of just removing something or replacing something, you want less of something. So let's see. There were a lot of Tyrannosaurus Rex here. So let's try and reduce the number of those. And something else will spawn instead. Good, well we're in the same folder as we were before, of course, because we have to again edit Game.ini, and I've just reset that to default. So let's have a look. Again, you go down to the same place you did before, just before the procedurally generated stuff. And you need to enter at least one of these lines. I've got 2. Actually, let's just have 1. I'll keep 1. I'll keep 2, and then I can sort of show you what's happening. So here we've got the 2. We've got the Argent there and the Bronto. Now I'm going to do the Rex again, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I'm going to try and reduce the number of Tyrannosaurus Rex instead of the entity ID. We're using the dino name tag, so a different column. Okay, so for the Rex, it is in fact Rex. So what needs to go in here then is Rex. Okay, now there are two figures that need to be changed and one flag. Now the flag is override spawn limit percentage. You need to make sure that is true, or this will not work at all. Now the spawn rate weight multiplier, the weight, normally it would be 1.0. If it's not entered into this list, it's at default, and default is 1.0. However, if you want to lower the possibility of there being Tyrannosaurus Rex on the map, what you need to do is reduce that number. So I'm going to put it to 0.5. I think you can have 0.9, 0.8. You just pick what you like. I will explain in a moment why I've got 0.5, but for now. And let's say I want to limit the maximum number of Tyrannosaurus Rex. And for that, I want 1% of spawns on the map to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's say 1%, otherwise you won't notice the difference on this. You will, I mean, you need to trust this really when you're doing it for yourself, and to do a lot of testing, make sure everything's okay. All right, but let's have a look now. Now the other thing I could have done is, for example, I can have Rex. Now let's say mammoth again. I suppose it's mammoth. Mammoth. Yeah, mammoth. So mammoth, and I've got this set to, I'm going to leave it as 1.0. Okay, so leave it as no. I'm going to have it less than, yeah, that'll do. Okay, and this I will say 5%. Right, so the number here, it is less than 1.0, but more than 0.5. So what that means is it is more likely that a mammoth will spawn than a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now everything else is at 1.0 spawn weight multiplier by default. So everything else stands a better chance than mammoths and Tyrannosaurus Rex of spawning, of both. So first you're going to get everything. Next you're going to get a chance of mammoths. Next you're going to get a chance of Tyrannosaurus Rex. You will get a maximum on the map of 1% of the total dinosaurs will be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The maximum of 5% will be mammoths. Okay, so I'm going to go back again and just do that. No spaces anywhere. These spaces it won't work, and double check everything. So yeah, that looks okay. So I'm going to save that, close it, go back into the game, show you what happens. Great, we're back. Now let's see, have we got any Tyrannosaurus Rex at all? Well, not yet. Remember, there's a greater chance of things like these spawning in than there is of mammoths. So we've got less mammoths that you can see, and we've got the same of everything else. I'm just looking for any Tyrannosaurus Rex. Got one. Here it is. So we have still got Tyrannosaurus Rex, but they're pretty rare. Which maybe that's what you want. So if that's what you want, that's what you've got. I'm going to show you one last thing, which is my own Game.ini and GameUserSettings.ini, as I'm using them in my Let's Play of a procedurally generated map. Right, well here we are. Now, my GameUserSettings.ini is just set for 40% spawns, so I've shown you how to do that. This is my Game.ini, and you can see it's quite a lot here. It's all of this. Now what I've done is I've removed, I mean, you know, you're not going to agree with this, some people, but whatever. The gigas, they're gone. There's none of those. These mega things, these are alpha things, and there's no alphas on my map. I find, because with a procedurally generated map, the spawn locations and what spawns there is a bit weird. So I find the best thing is to just remove some things because they spawn anywhere, certain things. So, and I've reduced, just to try to get that balance right, because I had tons of Spinos. I removed Tyrannosaurus Rex and I got lots of Spinos instead, and it just kind of looked weird apart from anything else. So, for example, the number of Brontosaurus, look, is less. So there is 0.9 chance of that, and the maximum of 10% of the dinosaurs will be those. And the pterodactyls is the same for those. Bigfoot, they could spawn. They're going to be rare, and there's only 1%, so they're going to be very rare. And things like as well, like saber-tooth, terror bird. So there you are. I hope you can make use of this information and make the game more interesting for yourself, especially with procedurally generated maps. I'll see you in the Let's Play, I hope. Any questions, post them down below. If I missed anything from the description, tell me, and if you need links, tell me that too. Bye.